Hello and welcome back to Graveyard Keeper, and we are more or less ready for the talk with the Inquisitor. It is about to tick over to the required day for that to happen, to be able to happen, and I have just the time you haven't seen. I've done basically nothing. I've been spending energy so I can sleep. That's it. Which is why I say you haven't missed anything, because yeah, not really much to miss. But regardless, we are soon going to see if we can find some dark organs, finally. There we go, some water, and it should tick over any second now. There we go, and now we just need to wait until he arrives at the place. And he should. And I actually don't know, so I'm going on what tiny bit of information I could find, and once you have done 3 burnings, which I have done now, you should be able to, once he's ready to talk about it, and once you have done burning number 3, what's going to happen the week after is he's going to arrive, as he usually does, and say that the king didn't like the random burnings and have banned those burnings. And until proof, some kind of proof can be found that they are sinners and witches. And we then, if I remember correctly, then get the required tech in anatomy and alchemy to find dark organs. And then it becomes a hunt for the next part of the quest is to find all 3 different kinds of dark organs. So yeah. Once he arrives, we will see what he has to say and hope that it's correct and that it's actually what's going to happen. Because I don't know, I haven't come this far before. So I actually don't know. And the wiki is not very helpful at times, which is actually one of the driving forces for me to continue doing this series and actually push for every single quest there is, because a lot of the quests doesn't have information on the wiki. So even if you wonder how you can do something, there is no information about it, basically. And I haven't checked exactly how hard it is to find information. I usually go to wikis. I don't go to these walkthrough sites. They're usually kind of garbage. The sites themselves, the walkthroughs can be quite good, but the sites themselves, nope, don't need any viruses or unnecessary cookies tracking me. But anyway, let's see what he has to say. Dark days for humankind. I have 2 pieces of news for you. One bad and one good. First, the bad news. I'm sorry to say it, but there's a chance our king is possessed. He's been talking too much recently about humanity and human rights. I had an audience with him, and he told me that it's not okay to just grab people without any evidence and burn them alive. Go figure. So we need to put our little burning on pause until we bring him some evidence. Here's the good news. I know where we can get this evidence. Not long ago we were interrogating a witch. She swore up and down that she was innocent, but just after her death a big ghost that looked like a chicken with red eyes appeared above her. And the ghost with a creepy voice said the reckoning is at hand. Ancient curse returns, and soon the dead will wage war upon the living. Sounds like witchcraft to me. We decided to ask someone from the university about this ancient curse. We had one of them in the next cell over, in fact. He told us that once a terrible curse was laid upon the town, and it was quieted by an ancient contract. The first sign of the curse's return should be the dark magic organs inside corpses. We will need to gather them. A dark heart, dark brain, and a dark intestine. Find them in corpses and bring them to me as evidence, or as an evidence of witchcraft for the king. Whatever. Here are some old notes. Maybe they'll help you. Yeah, so now we can actually extract dark brain, dark hearts, dark intestines. We can actually find that kind of stuff. Good. Yeah. Ooh, I want to do that one. 300. Yeah, and we basically have that, so we just need to get back to our sweet lovely home and do like 1 or 2 things and get some blue points, and we should be just fine. Make one of you, that should be 5. Yes, exactly 5. Pick you up. Yeah, the cultist is actually really nice with its perk of showing you all the information. All the information that is there, but we haven't been able to see before. So now, what I want to do is go through this stuff in here. Put you down, and yeah, as you can see, we have white and red skull markers for what stuff actually adds or subtracts. So for example, blood adds, because of the plus, a red skull, and it subtracts a white skull. Which is why if we remove the blood, means we will get white skulls. We will add white skulls and remove red skulls. That is why, because and this is something that is a bit, which can be slightly confusing, because for example the skull has a minus red. If we remove the skull, what's going to happen is it's going to add a red skull to the count, because the skull itself is removing a red skull from the count. So if it's saying minus, the body part is actually removing that. If the body part is saying plus, it's adding that, meaning that whatever you see on whatever part that a body has, Could be fat, it could be the brain, it could be the flesh, anything. What you need to do to figure out what's going to happen if you remove a body part is do the reverse of what like the information is telling you. So for example, if like the skin, if I remove that, what I have to think about is that, okay, if I remove the skin, what's going to happen is a red skull is going to appear and a white skull is going to disappear from the overall quality of like the skull value for the body. And yeah, that's for example the intestines +2 red, which means if we remove that, it's going to be -2 of the skulls. Like it's going to remove 2. I'm sort of butchering the explanation here, but hopefully it made sense. But take a look at what each and every one of them, like if you want to remove the fat, for example, take a look at it. Okay, that's a plus. So if I remove it, it actually removes a red skull. And since it has a minus white skull, if I remove the fat, it's going to add a white skull. So to prove that if I remove the fat, we have 3 red, and if what I said is true, it's going to be 2 red afterwards, and it's instead of 5 white, it should be 6. So let's remove and prove that I'm right, hopefully. Yep, 2 red and 6 white. But no dark organs, so you are no good. I'm not sure if bodies from before is like can have, or if I need to bring in new ones. I think I might need to bring in new ones. And remember, the intestines before was just +2 red. But in this body, it's also a minus skull. So just because one body had some reds and whites in a certain way doesn't mean any other body is going to be the same. Which is why that perk, the cultist perk, which I picked up for 300 blue points, is so bloody useful. Because, yeah, not all none of the bodies are actually exactly the same, and it doesn't give you exactly the same. So, yeah, important to be aware of. But I think what I need to do, I'm going to quickly check. I think all of these are just get rid of kind of bodies. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I don't really want anything else out of you. No. Stop putting it back. Just need to check just in case, you never know. But I don't think the bodies that I got before the Inquisitor game in the tech can have dark organs. I think it's something that is I think it's not so much it makes it visible as much as spawns with or without. And if I remember correctly, from the information that the small amount of information I could find about it, what happens is once the technology of dark bodies is given to you, you can start finding bodies with it, because once you have that, it will allow bodies to spawn with it. But for now, I should go and get some carrots, to be honest. Once I have done that, we just need to wait for the donkey to arrive, which could take a bit of time since I might be slightly late on activating this. Let's destroy and destroy. Let's move as much of this in here as possible, so we can keep on producing. Let's take 20 carrots, I think. That should be good enough. Probably. Hopefully. And it seems like the lentils, the gold star lentils, have finally reached a point where we can't make more of them. I say finally, but it's actually not a good thing. Yeah, it's one below. Ugh. So annoying. Such an annoying thing. At least I can get 2 boxes out of it. 3 out of you and 2 out of you. Yeah, only 2. Yep, that's actually quite a decent amount of boxes. So let's go and take care of all the bodies. All of them bodies. And I don't really care about any like body part. I actually rather have less stuff in storage at this point. So I will just burn anything I come across. While we have this burning, we will go and bring the rest, the 2 that it remains. And the good thing about burning is that you will always get a burial certificate, and it doesn't matter if the bodies are super bad, because yeah, you burned them. So especially I think late game, unless you feel like maxing out the graveyard, it doesn't really, it's not actually that important. to do anything with unless you want to really try to make the perfect white skull body, which you can do. And regarding that, I think there's actually quite a lot of good images you can find to help you along with what you need to do with certain bodies to get it to be perfect. So I think in that regard, I don't need to sort of do it just to make the information be available, because let's see, you need 32 for 4 of them, and so it's 8. 6 times 8 is 54, right? No, it's 48, isn't it? Or am I just... let's see. 84. It's too much, actually. 90 is too much. 96. Oh my god, my brain. The math is just not working, apparently. So 96 divided by 6 is 16. 96 divided by 8 is 12. 8 times 6 is 48. So 48, and then multiply that by 2 and we'll get 96. Okay, so I can actually do 96. Okay. Sometimes the brain. Oh. For some reason my brain just didn't want to do math there. Not in the way math works, so if anyone thought I was super weird with my counting, it was because I was. My brain didn't want to count. Just didn't compute at all. It tried to, but it failed miserably. So we have now restocked those. What is the next step? I think I thought about doing... Let's go to a refugee camp just to check. Yep, it is full. So let's make the residential tent. That should be the last one. However, I need to get the law. No, oh right, I need to actually build it as well. Of course I need to like raise the tent, not just place all the resources on the ground. I need to actually raise it as well. Good work. Now we have new vacancies in our camp. Soon my friends will join us. Why can't they come right away? It's dangerous for them to remain in town. There are many obstacles. Besides, it's not easy to abandon your home, your relatives, your community. Okay. Not to mention, it's no easy task to leave town in secret. That I can understand. As a matter of fact, it's mortally dangerous. The town guard have lists of people who are counted by Inquisition as possible heretics. Then let's be patient. There must be 11 people in the camp. Which means I need the happiness to go up by 1. Okay. Right. And this has now finished. So, Talking Skull. Oh, bunch of money. Yummy, yummy money. Let's talk to you and see if we found everything. Oh, we did. Give him the belt buckle. That logger is an eccentric guy, wouldn't you say? Well, he's much more normal than Beekeeper. Haha, the famous bees lover. Two years later. Where's the master? Even Chain never kept me waiting this long, Creswold. Maybe he's sick. What kind of sickness do messiahs usually get? Right. Hey guys, I don't get it. We're waiting for somebody? Citizens, unbearable sadness has befallen us. Our master is dead. And a bunch of whining and moaning. Hey guys, I don't get it. Who's dead? Alas, the priests of the ancient god have killed him. I suspect not, but... Yes, but do not despair, for he is still with us. His pure soul ascended into the heavens and now he's become a new god. With his dying breath, he declared Joe his viceroy and your king. Oh, how convenient. As for me, I'm his pontiff. Yes, Pontiff Lucius. How convenient. New god? The new king? Somebody pinch me. But as we are a democratic monarchy here, it is you, my subject, who must choose. We will forgive those pagans who killed our father, our teacher, our beloved master. Oh, will we? Not we will. Of course not. A common tactic. Hey guys, I got it. Let's kill them all. Let it be so. I obey your will, my beloved subjects. Yeah, sure. So I, King Joe, declare a holy war. Interesting. I got it. I know. You were right. I was a man. I was the master. The master who has returned to avenge himself upon those pagans. I doubt it. They said he became the new god. And the master was kind, wise, and he didn't drink a lot. Yes, but okay, you're right again. It seems like there is some... It seems like there is some... Yeah. I'm actually going to turn this off. Because it distracts me so much. I do have speech. The characters do have speech. It's it's actually quite low. The sound is actually quite low, so it is hard to hear, especially when the music plays and all of that stuff goes on as well. And with me talking and hearing myself, because I need to do that, it's hard to... I also get a bit of paranoid, because if I hear what sounds like talk, I start thinking that the XLR cable for my microphone is dirty again and doing a bunch of artifact noises, which isn't really good. So, but yeah, okay, it actually has speech for the characters in the game. I didn't know that, because I haven't been... I think the volume has been too low, but yeah, it was a bit too distracting, so I had to turn it down. Anyway, I just want to ask that you like the video. It would probably be the awesomest thing in the world, and now that is also a word and not the world. But yeah, it would be nice if you did. If you don't mind, you do you. And we will see if we can find, when the donkey arrives with a delivery, if we can find a dark organ, like a dark heart, for example, and be able to continue the quest lines. But for now, we will end it here with thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.